When it hurts.
Okay. No, I just used to do that. Didn't they used to blow into a microphone too?
To get the dust off?
Attention.
No.
Attention.
No, they would say,
oh,
this thing on.
Oh, you speak it to this?
This is who you speak into.
Hey.
Hey, Dave.
Holly, what's going on?
Hi. Welcome, everyone, to What Difference Does It Make?
Woohoo. Another episode.
Another exciting episode.
I love these. These are so fun.
Because we really love the year 1982.
We do. I'm discovering a lot of new music. It's old music, but everything old is new again.
Exactly.
It's great to relive a lot of this music that shaped our lives way back when.
Yeah.
And look back at these songs that sometimes time forgot and sometimes KROQ forgot.
Yeah. They did forget some of it.
Yeah, they don't play some of these songs anymore. They don't play any of these songs anymore. But and even on the as I'll mention, they revised their 1980s playlist, just the top 80 for each year of the 80s. But back in the day, they had the top 106.7 songs that were played during that year, and that's what we're going over. So we're going over 1982, the top 106.7 songs that were played in 1982, right?
Yes, and we are up to number 60.
Number 60. We're way up to 60 now. Slowly making our way, chugging up that hill.
It'll be 2025.
I know. Well,
by the time we finish this year,
we got to keep this podcast rolling.
Yes,
we got to keep up.
We're milking it for everything.
Oh my God, just what is it? Milk from a turnip, or what's that? What's that phrase?
Yeah, water
from a turnip. I don't know. We're trying to get as much stuff as possible out of each and every year.
I think we have a lot. I think it's because there's a lot of stuff, and I have to say this has been really fun because I didn't remember a lot of the songs, and then when I listened to them, I found I didn't even really know them that well.
Well, yeah. Well, that's part of the fun of this, and you could hear them all as our podcast listeners on Spotify because I'm putting them each and every one of these songs. Most of these, I think, like probably 99.9% of these songs, except for Barnes and Barnes, I Had Sex with E.T., are available.
Oh,
they're all available on Spotify. So I've been making a playlist that you can all find on our What Difference Does It Make podcast link that I post.
And you can find a link. You can search Spotify, but you can also find the link on our Facebook page.
Correct.
And our Twitter. So
Instagram.
You can link to it there.
We're everywhere.
Yeah, we are everywhere.
Media. We're trying.
Okay. So what's number 60, Dave?
Sparks. Woohoo!
Your favorite.
Yeah, two of my favorites, Sparks and Mickey Mouse.
Yes. All in one nice package.
And his name is Mickey Mouse. It's Sparks, and we love them, and they're talking about Mickey Mouse. Are you a Disneyland fan? Are you a Disney file person?
I love Disneyland.
Do you?
I love Disneyland. It's not that I love the Disney movies and, all the Disney paraphernalia, but Disneyland has such fond memories for us too, just like you. And my kids have loved Disneyland. We used to go a few times a year when they were young, mostly for birthdays, but the best memories. And you?
Oh, yeah, totally. We had a number of years ago, we had passes to Disneyland. We used to go just have dinner there and then go home, or see a fireworks show. Anyway, it's still a fun place, and it's going to be insane. What Star Wars opens up there, so I'm going to have to stay away from Disneyland for a while.
Hard. I really want to see that. I'm very excited for that.
It sounds. I was just reading an article about it where there's like gameplay involved in it, and everything I love. So. It will be, as I'm wearing my Star Wars shirt right now. I see
that in celebration of Star Wars land.
Just in celebration of Star Wars all the time. All the time. But anyway, back to Sparks. A wonderful band. Mm-hmm. Still there, still rocking it. And one of my favorite albums, Angst in My Pants. Still.
As our listeners probably know by now.
Yeah. Well, and not surprisingly, this is a song that's been left off of the KROQ playlist. Freddie had his favorites, and and he played a lot of them. And a lot of these, I think Sparks and King Crimson among them were kind of near and dear to his heart, and that's why they were played. But I guess it just didn't resonate with future audiences, or I don't know.
The song, not Sparks in general, because Sparks still gets,
yes, for sure.
They get their play.
As they still should. They do. But for some reason that Sparks was never played consistently on KROQ, the rock of the 80s type format. So there you go. Unfortunate, but still, Sparks is wonderful.
See, I remember hearing Sparks a lot on KROQ.
Yeah, maybe it was just this one song.
Yeah.
They still tour around, and you can pretty much every year you can see them somewhere in LA playing. It's great. It's a great show.
Then I will.
Oh, you should for sure. All right, I'm going to let you take this one because you love OMD, don't you?
I do love OMD, but I couldn't. So this song, Georgia, from Architecture and Morality, I don't have that much information on the song itself. It's from the Architecture and Morality was the third album. It never got the critical acclaim, I think, this album that it probably deserved.
Mm-hmm.
But I love these quotes. The Morning News named it the finest record of 1981. Oh, so it was released in 81, maybe.
Right.
Or maybe recorded in 81.
Spilled into 82.
Yeah. And the blueprint for synth pop.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah. But it actually sold over 4 million copies by 2007, so it must have been pretty consistent seller over the years.
Yeah. This song, Georgia, was not on the KROQ playlist.
Yeah, I would have guessed that.
Yeah, unfortunate, but it was still a wonderful song and worth checking out.
Yeah.
All right, 58.
Yes.
There you go, Police.
You say that as if you're disappointed.
There you go. This is a good one.
One World, not three.
Yeah, I know. Maybe that's why I went, it's just Sting doing his politicizing, which, kind of is, this is like his hippie song, although it's like his little reggae. Although it's, as always, Stuart Copeland rocks on this one. I love.
Always.
Yeah.
Stuart Copeland, I told you, he's doing a session at this conference that I'm going to in a few weeks, and I am beside myself. I'm giddy with glee. Oh. He's one of my RE's also favorite drummers. Yeah. As most drummers would say that.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, but this album, we've discussed this before. It's from Ghost in the Machine.
Yes.
And I told you, it's not one of my favorite Police albums.
It's the only Police album I can pronounce correctly.
That's not true. You can pronounce the others if you really concentrate.
Okay. I will try.
But you like this.
I do like Ghost in the Machine, and I like every little thing she does is magic. I love that song. This was a really good album. I love all the Police albums actually.
Yes, me too. But I like
this one was not one of my favorites, but I do love. As always, I love Stewart.
Yeah.
Okay, another one we love always, David Bowie and Cat People.
Yes, and we've discussed this before. We have discussed this song before because it was in the. From the movie Cat People.
Yeah. Why did we discuss this earlier?
It must have been Halloween. Could it have been on our Halloween show?
Oh, could be.
Yeah, it must have been. It was originally put on Let's Dance, the Let's Dance album. Right? The song was recorded first for the movie, right? Then it came on.
It was on the Last Dance album.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot it was on that. Mm-hmm. But I just think of Natasha Kinski.
Yes. Nastasia.
I think I messed that up last time.
You did.
Nastasia Kinski.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, this song became his biggest solo hit in the U.S. since Golden Years.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Wow. All right. Well, it was just before Modern Love and Let's Dance came out. I guess that must be true because it came out of your mouth. So,
well, I don't know.
You speak the truth.
You can fact check me. Anyone can fact check me, and I hope you do because I want to be. I'm not the all knowing. I mean, I know a lot.
Sure, you do.
Not as much as you.
Oh, stop it.
So, I did not know this. Did you see the movie Inglorious Bastards, the Quentin Tarantino film?
Of course.
Oh, see, I did not. But
I say, of course. I love all Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yeah.
You never saw that?
I never saw that.
Oh, you would love it.
So do you remember hearing this song in it?
No.
This song was in a scene where a character was contemplating arson. Sound familiar?
Sounds like a Quentin Tarantino moment.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Oh, you saw it. I guess I probably should.
Oh, yes, it's great. They're killing Nazis.
Yes, we like that.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah. Moving on, number 56.
That's right. Know your rights. What do you have the right to? You have the right to free speech. You have the right to food money. What were the rights in the song?
To party?
No, that came in 1987. Clash were phenomenal. This was a great one.
Yep.
Besides Rock the Casbah and
so you're right. Your rights. Your right is not to be killed.
Yes.
The right to food money, yes, and the right to free speech. Exactly.
Okay, so
Sorry,
I had 3 of them.
Yes.
There were 3 of them.
Well, people only have 3 human rights according to the song.
Okay.
So those are them. Those are they.
Okay.
Sorry, you asked.
No, yes, I did. I'm glad you had an answer for me.
Okay, but wait, further to that.
Okay.
The right not to be killed unless it is done by a policeman or an aristocrat.
Right. Well, then they tear apart each and every one of those rights.
Yeah. Yes.
As Joe Strummer brilliantly does in this song.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Combat Rock was that was their breakthrough.
Yeah.
London Calling is like the greatest album of all time for me. But and I think by that time I was kind of burnt out on the collection. I think they got played too much, like Rock for Casbah.
Yeah. Too few songs got played too much.
Like suddenly everyone knew my band. And so I remember like I'm not
turning away from them.
Yeah. But Know Your Rights is a great song. Okay. Moving on up, Toto Coelho, I Eat Cannibals. This is like a Toto KROQ song.
Yeah.
I mean, no one else would play this song.
No. And would you say they were a one-hit wonder?
Do you have another song at the ready? You're looking at notes there. You must have something else.
No, I don't. That's what
okay.
I was going to officially say they're a one-hit wonder, but I wanted to know if you had anything else from them, because I do not.
Yeah, wasn't this song used for something else, like a commercial or something?
I Eat Cannibals. What would it have been a commercial for? I don't know. A commercial for cannibalism? No, I don't know. But it's funny because the description, so it says the group is best known for its 1982 hit single. So best known. That must mean there were other songs, right? There is a follow-up single.
The group's name is Latin and means by the extent of the heavens.
Or heaven wide. But is commonly translated as completely, entirely, or utterly. But I think they mean it as heart and soul.
Yeah, I thought I would see something else that was used for something. I feel like it was used for.
I do not recall.
Yeah, but I do remember that. I mean, it was just a silly song that I love. It was fun.
Yes, it was fun.
Okay, moving on up. And did you dial this number?
I probably did dial it. 8675309, Jenny.
You know how I know? Doesn't it make you feel old knowing that there's only 7? Back in the back in the 30s, they used to laugh at call Main Street 93253 or that was the way that like it was a street name, and that's how you knew the number. So that's like old timey. But now when you see only 7 numbers, like that's old timey too now.
I remember this is old-timey when there's only 7 digits, is what you're talking about. But between the time that you're talking about, when I lived in New York, when I was, up until the time I was 8 or 9, I remember my best friend's phone number. And it started with an LY 3 9331. And LY was for the town we lived in, which was Lynbrook.
Right.
So it wasn't the street.
Okay.
The town.
Similar to that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That is funny.
Yeah. So did you dial Jenny at 8675309? Did you have to add an area code?
Well, I mean, obviously we just dialed that number and hopefully that was in the 818 area code. Although, I mean, I'm old enough that crazily living in the Valley used to have the area code 213.
Many, many years ago.
So long ago. But it was a 213 area code. And I remember when we had to switch to 818.
Yeah. And then, yes, I do too. And then 213 became an all of LA area code. That was long before 310 and 323.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember when I first lived on my own, if it was 213 or 3. I think it was, they were just switching because we had a 213 area code as we lived behind Cantor's.
Cantor's Deli on Fairfax in Los Angeles.
So we had, it was a 213. And that was early 90s. And then that's when they had the 323. And now I don't even I used to know all area codes, and now I don't know anymore.
I know all the LA area codes. Although there is 747 now.
Where's that?
I don't know, but my brother's cell phone. Oh, that wouldn't be LA.
Somewhere, right.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know these anymore. But yes, that was, I still remember that number will always be locked in my head.
Yep. And the woman who didn't really own it.
Yeah, the poor creature who actually had that phone number. I had to change the number.
And did you know that Tommy Two-Tone is the name of the band and not the name of anyone in the band?
I did know that. I don't know why I couldn't name anything. I don't really know anything else about
Tommy Two-Tone?
About the band Tommy Two-Tone, except that this was their one big hit. I know that. I think in the video they had the skinny. They looked super 80s with their skinny ties.
Yep.
It was totally 80s.
Yeah. Oh, they were. This is another quintessential 80s song.
Yeah. This hit, like, do you know how high it hit in the charts? I don't have any of that info.
4.
It reached number 4.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, it was all over the place. Yeah. You could not escape this song.
It's funny. He said, I had the name, and he was sitting under a tree when he wrote it, but he had the guitar lick and the name and the number, but I didn't know what the song was going to be about.
Yeah.
When he wrote it. Yeah. So there wasn't really a Jenny. Do you know that?
Well, it always turns into a girl. Of course, I didn't have anything to write about. Oh, why don't I write about a girl?
Yeah, but she was a fictitious Jenny.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yes. Yeah. I'll let all the Jennies think it's about them.
Of course.
Yeah. The singer, the guy who wrote the song, sorry, it's Alex Call.
The Alex of Tommy and Two-Tone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a Tommy and Tommy Two-Tone.
Is there?
Tommy Heath, yes. But Alex Call, who wrote the song, he said I think a high school in Paducah or Louisville or somewhere in Kentucky had the number, and they got 50,000 calls in a week.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
That's what we used to do.
Yeah, no.
Just call random
Dial
numbers.
numbers, yep.
Did you ever do prank phone calls
yeah.
before caller ID?
Is
ruined
Mr.
everything?
Wall there?
What was
Is
this?
Mr. Wall there? Is Mrs. Wall there? Are any of the walls there? No? Then how's your house standing?
Wow.
You didn't do that?
Not that one. Good job.
Thanks. All right. Should we move on to 50?
Yeah,
53?
let's move on from that. Nice. All right. Hey, welcome back to the Stray Cats.
Stray Cats. Stray Cat Strut.
They're touring.
Yes, they are.
They're playing.
A show was just announced a couple days ago.
Yes. They're playing LA. They're hitting town.
Not New Year's Eve.
They're going to rock this town.
Inside Out. Inside Out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's exciting. What was it their 40th anniversary or something?
I think so.
Yeah.
Boy, does that
ain't
make you
right.
feel old.
Oh, shut up. Speak for yourself. Huh? Yeah. So, well, that's great that the Stray Cats, and there's still, obviously there's still a desire for this music, to hear it and to hear it played. And
I think it never really went away. There's still a desire. Oh, you said it's still this.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess, Brian Setzer is great. He's been doing this for 40 years now, but yeah, now bringing all the Stray Cats together. I
just saw that on Dancing with the Stars, one of the couples danced a foxtrot to this song.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. Yes. I mean, it's danceable music. That's what it was.
I guess
it's 50s. The 50s are still alive.
It would have to be the foxtrot. It couldn't be. I don't think it could be anything. It couldn't be like a tango.
No.
Yeah. No. Yeah, but it's fun. We should go. All these shows that we say we should go to, I think we would spend our entire lives seeing shows.
Spend all our money on these shows.
Yes.
Okay. Not a problem.
What money?
Yeah, exactly. Now, here's a band that we can't see. I guess they're never, who knows?
No.
Boomtown. Yeah, I don't know what, Bob Geldof is more a politician now than rock star.
Yeah, or a, what do you call it, like a diplomat?
Kind of. He's a sir.
Yeah, he is a sir. I love this. Did you like this song? This is Skin on Skin.
Yes.
Number 52 from the Boomtown Rats.
Now, is this song still on the list, or is it been removed?
I think it's still on the list.
It is still on the list.
Yeah. This is a great song, and that's why it's still on the list.
Yeah. It's 52. It was 52 back then. It's 52 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you like about this?
It's a sexy song.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, Skin on Skin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is a sexy thing, but his sound is and he talks dirty.
It's that brogue he's got.
We love that.
Yeah. Well, apparently it works.
Yeah.
You ever wooed by an Englishman or someone with a foreign accent?
Oh, I'm a big fan of the English accent. Yeah, I like all Englishmen, but I like some.
No, to hear it in yes, in an accent, it works.
Yeah. I think I have a thing for most accents.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the British accent, that's a good one. You know, my WAZE he speaks in a British accent.
Oh, does he really?
My WAZE guy. Yeah.
Really? You've fallen in love with your...
with my WAZE guy?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't quite say that.
All right.
You know.
Okay. I'm going to go for a ride, Steve. I'll be back later. Oh, what a great drive. All right. Wonderful. Learned so much about you, Holly. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up with so quickly. Look at us go. Look at that.
And again, Human League appears again.
Yes.
Number 51 was Seconds.
Another great song off this album.
From Dare. Love that. Do you know what it's about?
Please tell me.
Do you know? I need to know if you know.
No.
Because I'm going to tell you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please do.
It was about the assassination of JFK and its impact on the wider world.
Interesting.
And the song Phil Oakey, is that interesting? It is interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cantos is.
Can't I? That's what we say the plural. Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
That's how.
Can't I?
Yeah.
Why can't I say cantos is?
You can. But most people say can't I when they're talking about the collective.
The collective. I'm just talking about okay.
Yeah.
Just a group. It is a group. But you own the name so wouldn't it be cantos is?
Okay.
If it was like, I don't know, like the whole, I don't understand. Well, I'll have to do some English research. Again, I did not do well in English.
Okay, but you may be right. You may be right by the rules.
Yes, but you like to refer to yourselves as the cantai.
Well, that it caught on. Somebody referred to us that way.
Okay.
Yeah, and it caught on. So anyway, yes, the song Seconds. I did not know this until recently. So in the song, Phil Oakey berates Lee Harvey Oswald, but he's unnamed in the song. And, you know, the lyrics, it took seconds of your time to take his life, and a shot that was heard around the world, which, of course, I didn't even put that together. And when they played the song live, they often used slides of Kennedy in the background.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I love that song, too. Yeah. I love Human League. God.
Yes. Go listen to Dare.
Yeah. I think I'm going to. I think we're going to listen to that after this.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, you should put the whole album on Spotify playlist.
Speaking of JFK, do you ever watch Drunk History?
No.
I'm assuming that everything they say on Drunk History is true. They did an episode on drugs, and apparently JFK had his own personal doctor who gave him funny drugs, and apparently it had some meth in it that he liked that gave him like a little pep whenever he needed it.
Like microdosed the meth?
Yeah, something like that. He gave him some meth shots, and until his brother Robert Kennedy stepped in and said, he banished the doctor.
Do you think that's really true?
I don't know.
It has to be true if it appeared on Drunk History.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that was a crazy story. I have no idea if it must be based on some sort of truth.
Yeah.
Craziness. History is crazy.
History is crazy. Well, did you ever watch? Of course, you watched the movie JFK.
Yes.
That's one of our collective favorites. We watch it fairly regularly. Yeah.
I think that's not much
for conspiracy.
I think it's just crazy. Yeah, batshit crazy. Just.
Do you think Oliver Stone is batshit crazy?
Yes, clearly is. Every one of his movies, from The Door. Yeah, the Doors movie is insane. I mean, he's a great filmmaker. He makes great films, but
you don't give much credence to his.
No, he makes it intriguing, like the way he weaves the stories together. There's a lot of his. I like the way he tells stories. Yeah. I don't necessarily believe the stories, but
I do. Fully bought into this.
You're all in.
Fully bought into this JFK. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll end it on that conspiracy theory.
Okay. Do I get to ask you a question from our 1980s rock and roll quiz deck now?
Now, these are all truths?
These are all truths.
Okay.
So far as we know.
Okay. So I'm asking you the question.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
No, I think I'm asking you because I couldn't answer your last.
Oh, okay. So now you pick the card. I pick
the card and I ask you.
Oh, that's right. I forget. How does this game work?
It's like you've never played it before.
I don't understand. Yeah.
All right.
It takes me a while.
So one word and I guess you'll get the answer.
Okay. Hopefully it's true or false?
No. Okay. Which of the following 80s groups originated use of the heavy metal umlaut? You know what an umlaut is?
Yeah, like Motley Crue?
Yeah, the twin dots above one or more vowels in band
or Blue
names.
Oyster Cult.
Do they have an umlaut?
Yeah, after over the cult. Yeah. I'm trying. What other bands had them? All right, go ahead.
Okay, well, we're about to find out.
Okay.
So which of the following 80s groups originated use of the heavy metal umlaut in band names? So, A, Motley Crue,
Yeah.
B, Motorhead,
Oh, Motorhead.
C, Queensryche,
Okay.
D, none of the above.
So what does that mean? Originated? I mean,
Yeah,
Motorhead,
who was the first one to use it?
Motorhead came first, right? But yeah, I mean,
Oh, you're not going to believe it.
so is it Motley Crue?
No.
It's Queensryche.
Guess again.
It's Queensryche.
No. D was none of the above.
None of the above. Okay.
So who was it?
Who? Wait. Oh, the originated.
Yep.
Are they from the 80s?
You already guessed them.
Blue Oyster Cult.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
None of the above. Though popularized in the 80s, the first use of the heavy metal umlaut is attributed to Blue Oyster Cult. It's above the O in oyster, which formed in the 1960s and began using the rock dots in the 70s. The dots were suggested by the band's manager by rock critic Richard Meltzer. I said, how about an umlaut over the O? Metal had a Wagnerian aspect anyway. The trend caught on and became almost de rigueur for use by heavy metal bands. In 1980s, BOC, biggest singles with 81's Burnin' For You. And in 1981, another song, Veteran of the Psychic Wars, was used in the animated film Heavy Metal.
Yeah, it was just a pretentious way to write your band. It was,
which is so funny. It's so I didn't realize it was called the Rock and Roll Umlaut.
Oh yeah, are you going to see the Motley Crue biography?
Yes, we are going to watch it at first.
Of course,
a little. You?
Of course.
Were you a fan?
No, not at all. I thought they were hilarious. But, of course, their music sticks around. So, I know I know the music.
Yeah. And the history, it's all local history.
Yeah, I know. I was not a big hair metal fan, but it just cracks me up, like 10 Seconds to Love and like all their others. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
So,
but people loved it.
I have suggested, since we started this podcast, you have avoided my suggestion of hair bands, of doing a special on hair bands.
Well, we're only in 82.
Yeah. So we will get to do one. We just have to get a little bit later.
When one of them eventually, if they make it to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, where we can recognize them. I don't know. If you can come up with a good excuse to acknowledge the hair metal, of course we will do one of those. And you could spout off all your knowledge, and we can show you a picture of what Holly looked like in 1986.
Yes.
How high that hair went.
Did I show you that?
I'm sure it was insane.
Yes. Okay. Well, since I met you in 1988, 7.
Yeah, it was probably around that time.
Yeah.
It probably seemed normal to me at the time.
Probably did.
It's just normal height.
I know you were not much for the hair and the
It's crazy.
Although rock and roll.
I did love Decline of Western Civilization, the metal years.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God, it's the best movie. Love it.
Yeah, Penelope Spheris, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, that's a great film.
Yeah. All right. So off on another tangent.
Always.
You can edit that out.
Oh,
ha
ha.
You're gonna have to.
Okay,
right.
So thanks so much for tuning in. Where can you find us to find out what's going on with the podcast?
You can find us on Facebook at What Difference Does It Make, on Instagram at WDDIM Podcast, and on Twitter at WDDIM Podcast. And you can also link to our Spotify playlist on those as well. So listen, because this stuff is great.
Yeah, it is. No, the music is great. We make fun of all this music, a lot of it, but we truly do love each and every one of these songs. And that's why you can find it on the Spotify playlist. So please give it a listen. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thanks, everyone.
Check you later.
Over and out.